All right, friends, hopefully you got to see part 1 of how to draw the dragon's eye from the YouTube video. So I just followed along with the video's instructions. Now, again, as she mentioned in her demonstration, there's no right or wrong in drawing a dragon's eye because, again, it's a mythical creature. And you can design it differently than she did or change it up any way you want. So this is part 2 of that exercise, and that I'm going to show you how to add some more details in color to your eye once you get it drawn up to this point. So what I did for inspiration is I looked online for just pictures of dragon's eyes. And you can just do a Google search for dragon's eyes close-up view. I really like this one because I like the color combination. This one is done all in more purples, cool colors. This is a warm color combination. You could use any colors you want, really. So before I add the color though, I want to add some scales to my background, kind of surrounding the eye, because dragons are obviously reptile creatures and supposedly are covered in scales. So looking at this example here, it's kind of like rows of scales that kind of go around the dragon's eyes. So I'm going to just do that now and kind of just make scale patterns for the background surrounding the eye. Okay, so what I did basically is I just did kind of these layers of shapes kind of going around and around the eye. I changed it up with different triangle shapes, different oval shapes, just to kind of give the look of scales. And again, I think, you know, if you just kind of do that repeated pattern, you're going to get a really kind of that same cool kind of scale-like effect. All right, you can just do like, this one just has kind of this kind of shaped scales, kind of, you can try that. So the next step I want to do now is add some color, all right? You can choose to just keep the drawing black and white. I think it looks really awesome because it just has a lot of contrast, and maybe you want to add some more shadow areas or more black color in some spaces. That's totally fine. But if you are into color like I am, because I'm really into color, you want to think of a color palette to use for your dragon's eye. So you could do warm color combination, you can do a cool color combination. I'm going to start for the inside of my eye, and to make it more dramatic, I think I'm going to go more for this warm color combination. You can use markers, crayons, color pencils. I'm going to use, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use color pencils. So for the eye, I'm going to do a combination of warms. Red, oranges, and yellows. Maybe shade in a little pinks, purples, and browns for a little bit of darker contrast. So I'm going to do that now, and you'll see what happens, see what I do. So what I did is I kind of transitioned from reds to oranges to yellows to the center of my eye. And then for a little shadow area, I like this violet, works really well. And actually if you overlap the violet on yellow, because if you remember, back to our color wheel, yellow and purple are complementary or opposite each other, so they actually neutralize. So that's going to create like a brown or gray, which is actually a good thing if you want to create shadow areas. If you mix blue and orange, you're going to get shadow areas, a brown or gray, or red and green. So just something to think about if you want to add some shadow areas when you're doing color pencil blending. All right, so now I can move on to my scales. I think for my scales, ooh, I don't know, I could do cool colors. I could stick with red, warm colors. I think I'm gonna go, I'm thinking of like an ice dragon. So I think I'm gonna go for a cool color effect. I think even though this one has the spikes kind of cool colors and the scales warm colors, I think I'm gonna make my spikes warm colors and my scales cool colors. So I'm gonna grab my purple, my blues, and my greens, and I'm gonna get started blending with that. Oh my goodness, friends, this was like a total workout on my hands, but I am so happy with the results. So as you see, I used more cool combinations, kind of blending the same colors for each row of scales. Like you see, this one is blue-green row, this one is blue-violet row, just to kind of keep my colors consistent than just doing random, kind of doing the whole row of the same color combinations you choose. I like the little warm, cool contrast. Again, adding the warms here for my little spikes with the warm eye, with the cool colors for your scales. But again, any color combination you want to choose is going to look awesome. So I hope that you enjoyed this activity. Happy drawing, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.